won't run. Yes, I can do bad by myself, but we need you, and you think you know what a woman. It's time that you need to know, and I won't run. Yes, I can do bad by myself, but we need you, and you think you know what a woman. It's time that you need to know. It's time that you need to know. I won't run. Yes, I can do bad by myself, but we need you, and you think you know what a woman. It's time that you need to know, and I won't run. Yes, I can do bad by myself, but we need you, and you think you know what a woman. It's time that you need to know.
Hi guys, welcome back. We're now at part 5. Stay tuned.
Well, why are we too open, too fast to the wrong one?
Oh, that's a... Yeah. Can you specify when you say fast? What do you mean?
Like what you were saying earlier before, straight away you got that vision of moving quick in the pace, and then your mindset, you're still not acknowledging the person he is, but you still got the vision of the ending of what's to come, which isn't even your ending because he ain't even the right one.
He's something that you like, and he presents something that you're attracted to, you're drawn to. So then you just feel like you just fall for it.
Along with the R&B lyrics and all that sweet lying talk he's giving, demon.
Yeah, even though he's going to talk, but because at that moment, how I feel, and I feel like I might need, that's what I need right now. So I am enjoying. Oh, you look so good. You smell good. You smell so good. Oh. And he kind of like recognizes my perfume scent. So that's even making it more. Like, you're thinking like that. You just fall. And sometimes this, again, when it comes to this self-awareness, that are we allowing our eyes to see what's happening, and are we allowing our ears to open up to hear exactly, like, is it just something that he's just saying for convenience, just because he knows that that's just going to keep us on cloud 9, and knowing that that's all he's going to do to us.
How are you going to know somebody's the wrong one until you find out that they're the wrong one?
Until you
There's no way to know until you get that experience and be like, oh, he's the wrong one. Like later on, you might meet a similar type of person again, and then you're like, I met your type before.
Different name.
But you need to have that experience of knowing that person is the wrong one. You're never gonna know unless you know.
Well, even with you saying that, it's so true, right? Because obviously we were all brought up in church, so they weren't no dating in church.
No.
So it's like, I mean, well, this is not the Menado church. We old school church, so it was not allowed in church.
Exactly.
Never really taught how to navigate. But taught, like, to, look out for. We just told, just don't do it. So, when everyone gets to a certain age and you start growing and spreading your wings other ways, like even courtship in terms of getting married, I don't feel like there's like a lot of conversation about that in terms of what is allowed or what, you just have to kind of navigate and try and make sure that you're doing the right things that you think is best for both parties. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like looking to get engaged or, and even it's a lot. It's a lot for a young person to gotta navigate through life and then still try and figure out, is this okay by me, by you, by God, because you definitely don't want to go against his will. But it is a lot of navigating.
True.
Yeah. It is to do with experiences. Without the experience, you won't know until you see it. You don't know. Demon.
And I think sometimes that leaves you in a more vulnerable position as well.
Facts.
Because I feel like certain mistakes that I made in like dating situations, I feel like I made those mistakes maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years after everybody. Just for the fact that I started out on that kind of journey a lot later.
Yeah.
And that kind of left me more vulnerable because certain lessons that other people already learned, I was there just like,
behind time.
It's like, okay. Because you don't know, innit?
Yeah, because sometimes we're not exposed to it. Like sometimes we're not exposed to certain situations or certain conversations. Do you know what I mean? We weren't exposed to certain behaviors, certain attitudes, certain vocabulary that we hear now. Like sometimes we weren't exposed to it, and sometimes we've had exposure because of our workplace or our place of education, or just because, okay, we see it on the TV, or we are just open to kind of like learn and to kind of like not be too like sheltered. And yet again, like life is a learning process, and sometimes like we shut that off when it comes to a relationship. It's like we don't expect to be learning, even though we are in that engagement or we are married. Sometimes we just feel like, well, I don't need to learn nothing. Like we don't need to continue to learn, and learning is a part of life. And in the romance, we have to be open to, we're going to be learning, and we have to remember that no one's perfect.
It's true.
Like no one's perfect. We're just two imperfect people that are together. We've chosen to be together. There's certain things that I'm going to tolerate. There's certain things he will and I won't. But we have chosen that, yeah, I can accommodate that side to you. You can accommodate that side to me. But I'm going to tell you, I'm open to learn. And you're going to have to tell me if I'm doing something wrong. Well, I'm going to tell you. But that's the question. Are we open to keep learning? When we're in the relationship? Because when we get in a relationship, sometimes we're like, no. Been there, done it, worn a t-shirt. So sometimes like we become so like stuck up. Sometimes we just ignore that we don't need to learn, because he's been with me for 2 years and he's okay with it, and I'm okay with how he is. But we need to learn. Yes, we have to. It takes us a life.
And sometimes you learn through pain. So if you don't receive it as a lesson, then you leave it to let you be broken, you're never going to get the message you're supposed to be taught.
Definitely. And it's funny because sometimes, like, see, our approach to our relationships is like, we become so like, not sugar-coated, but we become so like protective. We're going to have few bad marks to kind of progress us. But when it comes to relationship, it's like, we don't expect none of that. We don't expect that type of behavior or mindset to be in a relationship. But for everything else, well, that's work. Of course, there's going to be something I don't like because it's work. Or when it comes to relationship, like it's weird that sometimes we don't carry that same mindset or mentality that we have for work, church, or X, Y, Z. When it comes to relationship, that's like non-existent. Those behaviors become non-existent to the romance side of things, which I find like is quite interesting.
Relationships are more intimate. Work is money, so I don't have to invest emotionally. But when you're in a relationship, you have to invest emotionally, and you have to go to places that you don't really want to go to. Like, if you want to be real, work is work. Like, it's my coins. I don't really have to care when I leave here, whether you like me or you don't like me. You just like pay me.
Yeah, and you have that
very much.
Yeah.
But sometimes, a lot of the times, it's a case of, I don't per se think it's always the other person. I think sometimes it's just us having to face our own self and deal with things that we probably haven't tapped into within ourselves. And like we said, it's about self-growth and self-awareness. It takes a while, especially for women, to acknowledge certain things and grow, because I feel like everybody it is a matter of upbringing and environment and stuff. And there's been a lot of things that, as children growing up in church, have it took us a minute to be exposed to certain things, because you were told that it has to go a certain way, not in a bad way, because that's what our parents thought was the right thing for us. It's not like, oh well, they were trying to be bad mind and hurt us. That was never their intention. But they taught us what they don't know. Like, my mother was in church when she was like a big woman. I'm like, Mom, when you was my age, You don't know what it is to be brought up in church and go to church and, you know, you're getting through adolescence and your body's changing. You start to have these feelings and I don't have no place to put them. All you do is tell me to pray. You say, help me right now. I need a conversation. I need to understand what I'm really going through. I need to understand that when I have an attraction for somebody, how do I deal with that? How do I navigate certain things? You lot was 20s, 30s, living your life in a party, or what you was doing. It's very fun out here. Don't get twisted. I love my soul very much.
You can't
It's a fact. So you can't give me an experience you've never had. I need people that can relate to, that can understand what it is to be like Marissa, born and raised. You know what I mean? And at 5, you're expected to minister and be a pastor for a whole church. Do you know what I mean? Like, the expectations are real, and those expectations are real for us. And the pressure that will come, we pray after this pandemic, you know what I mean? That they will do better. So
yeah, that's true.
So now you're talking about that will go to a question I have. So when growing up from childhood to adulthood, do you think it's beneficial to have daddy in the house?
oh yeah.
I think so. 'Cause, like, for me, like, my dad sort of showed me how man was a good example of how a man should treat me. Like, so it benefited me having a man there, and also when they're doing what they need to do and providing, you get to kind of see that you need to do that for your children as well in the future. It's just a good example. If the father isn't going to be a good example, I think there's no point in them being there, to be honest. They're not going to add anything. So yeah,
different kind of feeling. It's a different kind of, way that you present yourself, and there's your self-value and your self-worth. The role as a father is very important, and it is to be present, even if you're not present in the house. That's the most important thing, to be present, because it's about the quality more than the quantity. We as women need to let the fathers be fathers if they want to be. There's some that aren't, and there's some that don't know how to be, and there's no rule book to it. But if the man wants to be present, give him that opportunity to be present.
We're going to be coming shortly to an end, so stay tuned for part 6. Looking forward to seeing you. I am Mimi.